Briefing on December 14, 2024. 1. Time magazine has once again named Donald Trump, the newly elected President of the United States, as Person of the Year. This marks the second time Trump has received this honor, and the magazine stated that the choice was an easy one. 2. Following his election, Trump is actively preparing for his inauguration and the formation of a new government. He has nominated several cabinet members, including Florida Senator Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, Jacksonville resident Susan Wiles for Chief of Staff, and former Florida Attorney General Bondi for Attorney General. 3. Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., has publicly revealed his relationship with his new girlfriend, Bettina Anderson, and made a public appearance at Mar-a-Lago. This has attracted considerable attention. Meanwhile, Trump's former fiancée, Kimberly Guilfoyle, has also been nominated by Trump as the next ambassador to Greece. 4. Tech giants Google and Amazon CEOs, Sundar Pichai and Jeff Bezos, respectively, have met with Trump in an effort to improve relations with the new administration. Previously, Trump had criticized Google for its political bias on multiple occasions. Overall, this briefing comprehensively summarizes the latest developments following Trump's election, including preparations for the inauguration, cabinet appointments, family relationship updates, and adjustments in relations between tech giants and Trump. The article is concise and highlights key points, providing readers with a thorough understanding of the situation. Briefing on December 14, 2024, Trump team seeks to end Russia-Ukraine conflict. 1. The Trump team is in discussions with the White House and Ukrainian leaders to seek an end to the war between Russia and Ukraine. Trump has promised to end the conflict before his inauguration, but his public statements have been contradictory, calling for peace with Russia while also suggesting a potential reduction in military aid to Ukraine. 2. The Trump team has not yet presented a specific peace plan to Kyiv. However, the atmosphere of interaction between both sides is relatively positive, and Trump himself believes that Ukraine is ready to reach a peace agreement. The question remains whether Putin is willing to make concessions. 3. The Trump team may ask Ukraine to temporarily abandon its goal of joining NATO as a condition for Russia's participation in peace talks. However, this approach could provoke criticism, being seen as overly accommodating to Putin's interests. 4. Trump has nominated Hamid Daralong to head the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division. This conservative lawyer is known for defending the rights of Trump supporters and opposing political correctness. This nomination has raised concerns among civil rights organizations, fearing she may deviate from the original purpose of civil rights protection. In summary, the Trump team is actively seeking solutions to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but it faces challenges in balancing Ukrainian interests with Russian demands. Additionally, some of Trump's personnel appointments have raised concerns about the direction of civil rights protections. Briefing on December 14, 2024, Trump's Real Social, new government lineup. Main points. 1. The Republican Party will hold a majority in the Senate, which means Trump's cabinet nominees will find it easier to gain confirmation, even if some may be controversial. 2. Trump has nominated several key figures for cabinet positions, including Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bensett, Secretary of Defense, Peter Hegseth, Attorney General, Pam Bondi, Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Labor, Lori Chavez-DeRemer, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Scott Turner, Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins, Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. 3. Trump has also appointed other important positions, including White House Chief of Staff, Susan Wiles, FBI Director, Kash Patel, CIA Director, John Ratcliffe, Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, Border Affairs Czar, Tom Homan, Heads of the Government Efficiency Department, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Russell Vought. Overall, Trump has assembled a cabinet team primarily composed of his loyal supporters and conservatives, who will advance Trump's America First agenda. These appointments reflect Trump's determination to implement significant reforms during his second term. Briefing on December 14, 2024. 1. Indian 18-year-old chess player Gyuksh Damaraju defeated Chinese player Ding Liren at the World Chess Championship in Singapore, becoming the youngest world chess champion in history. The match was described as tense and almost a draw, with Ding Liren ultimately losing due to a critical mistake at a pivotal moment. 2. Trump plans to impose high tariffs on Chinese goods, which could provoke retaliatory measures from China. Yale economist Stephen Roach stated that China possesses rare earth metals essential for U.S. industries and may restrict exports to the U.S. Additionally, China could sell off a significant amount of U.S. Treasury bonds, severely impacting the U.S. bond market. 3. Roach warned that Trump's America First nationalist perspective overlooks how much the U.S. economy, which lacks savings, relies on Chinese goods and capital. He believes that China has many trump cards that could convey an entirely different message. He noted a misconception within U.S. policy circles that China is merely constrained by external demand and new American technologies. In summary, Trump's plan to impose tariffs on China could trigger strong retaliatory actions from China, affecting not only trade but also potentially impacting the financial sector, leading to severe repercussions for the U.S. economy and financial markets. Briefing. Trump's cabinet picks for second term emerge. 1. Following Trump's election as president, the Republican Party will hold a majority in the Senate, making it easier for his cabinet nominees to gain confirmation, even if some may be controversial. 2. Trump's nominee for Secretary of Defense, Peter Hegseth, faces allegations of sexual harassment, mismanagement, and alcoholism, but he has met multiple times with Republican senators in Congress to garner support for his confirmation. Trump has reiterated his support for Hegseth, stating that Republican senators' backing is strong and deep. 3. Trump has nominated former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard to serve as Director of National Intelligence. Her 2017 visit to Syria and meeting with President Bashar al-Assad has sparked renewed scrutiny. 4. Trump has also nominated several loyalists and conservatives for key cabinet positions, including former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi for Attorney General, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum for Secretary of the Interior, and former Congressman Sean Duffy for Secretary of Transportation. 5. Trump has appointed several important figures to non-Senate confirmed positions, such as former White House Policy Council Director Brooke Rollins as Chief of Staff, former Congressman Kash Patel as FBI Director, and billionaires Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy as co-heads of the Government Efficiency Department. In summary, Trump's cabinet selections for his second term are primarily composed of his loyalists and conservatives, reflecting his America First policy orientation, but they have also sparked some controversy. The Trump team is actively working to advance the confirmation of cabinet nominees while addressing various contentious issues surrounding some of the selections.